Hello everyone, it is Jenwa Manifestation Coach and welcome to my video. Today I'm just going to be talking about some things that have been on my mind lately regarding manifestation. Of course, manifestation as usual is always on my mind. So I'm going to read you this from Feeling is a Secret by Neville Goddard. And the first line is everything. So the world and all within it is man's, woman's, conditioned consciousness objectified. Consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. So it is to consciousness that we must turn if we would discover the secret of creation. Okay, so this is exactly like saying in the Bible how God created the universe with one thought. God is the source and God is unseen, and consciousness is also unseen. Yet it is the substance that is backing all this world of form. So consciousness, how do we access consciousness? You go within yourself. You are the source. God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Consciousness is within you. And the whole world is your conditioned consciousness objectified. What? So, can you feel that with me? Just please step back away from your world, the way you think your life is, who you think you are, all this world of form stuff, even thought is a form. Go into your pure consciousness. You are the pure consciousness. Close your eyes with me. You are the pure consciousness in which your body and your world of form is being seen. Okay? Go towards your spirit. Go towards your consciousness. Go towards God. Right? God is not the world of form, but God created the world of form. So we want to connect with source. God is our creator, our source. So when you want to change anything in your reality, you go within to your pure consciousness, to God within you. Okay? Now, combine that with ask and it is given. Okay? Y'all, you are a natural creator. You are a natural manifester. That's how God made you. God gave you the ability to think, and God put His Spirit, His Holy Spirit, in you. Okay? You can create anything with this mindset. Because if you don't know who you are as pure consciousness, and you don't know God's character, right? Then you will struggle to manifest a life that is beyond your wildest dreams. You will struggle to manifest the life that is beyond what you can think or imagine, because you don't think about your source. When you're so absorbed in the world and you're so absorbed in your reality and the way you think things are, all that world of form stuff, when you're so involved in it, you're not tapping into the power that is observing it and that can change it. At any time, you can change that. You can change that. You can change that. And you can change that. You can change anything. Because your pure consciousness, your source, it is not solidified in any form. But you, as the human being, you have this imagination and you have this ability to mold things into form. And that's what we're doing all the time. But that's what most people do unconsciously, okay? So to really get your life going, like the life that you truly want to live beyond your wildest dreams, you have to get out of that mindset of feeling like your reality is just this way, and that's just who you are, and that's just how it's gonna be. You're creating that by thinking that way. Because what's happening is your pure consciousness that is behind the form, that is molding things into form, has the ability to mold things into form. It's pure potential. And then you're using your mind, which is your power, your imagination, to put that in form. And it instantly gets projected in your world of form. The world of form and your pure consciousness is inseparable, okay? How could you separate it? It's one. But things are disappearing from reality all the time, right? But we don't see it that way because we're so focused on the future. But how you thought about something or felt about something last week, you may be in a completely different place with it right now. Things are always moving, but you want to get things moving in alignment with your highest and best divine life, according to God's highest purposes. And how do we know God's highest purposes? Well, God always will be some sort of a mystery, but that doesn't mean we can't do our best to understand more and more each day about God's character, right? And the Bible is a great way to understand God's character, but not just the Bible, because God is within you. So listening within, anything that you can do, contemplative practices like meditation, where you just go within to your spirit. Get out of the mind, get out of the world of form, get out of the body. No, don't leave your body, but you know what I'm saying? Like, get out of the focus of the body and just go into the focus of your spirit, okay? Because if you think about it, if you really study yourself, are you in your mind most of the day? Or are you in your body most of the day? Or are you in your spirit most of the day? Okay? And we have Jesus as our teacher. Thank God we have Jesus as our teacher, because Jesus was pretty much always in the spirit. How did Jesus walk on water? He didn't for a second think that the world of form, that water was more powerful than his spirit. Okay? His spirit has overcome the world. And that's the same power we have inside of us. Okay? And that's what it means to be resurrected. Isn't that beautiful? So now, if you have an understanding of Jesus and who Jesus is, Jesus is always available, to help you, but you have to grow. It's your job to embody what Jesus is teaching us. It's just that one thing of Jesus walking on water. You could learn so much from that one part of the Bible every day. How did Jesus walk on water? He didn't for a second think. He couldn't. Where are you in relation to that manifestation, right? That just shows you how deep Jesus was in the knowledge of God and the embodiment of God, okay? And that's what we are all doing. That's why we're here. That's our purpose, is to become more like God. So manifesting more like God means in your life, and in the people that God is calling you to help, how can you just help them instantly? How can you just change things for them instantly? You can. I don't know why that thumbs up thing just appeared. But you can just change things when you are in your spirit, okay? And that's what Jesus was doing. Jesus was so embodied in the Spirit of God that is within you as well. It's within all of us. But you have to choose to get to know the Spirit of God within you and what it really looks like to live a life where you're embodying that. The way God manifests, right? It's like creationism is believing what God says in the Bible, that God created the world with one thought. Okay, do you believe that? I believe that. Because that's what we do. We are this pure consciousness with one, you have one thought, right? You think of all the thoughts you had today that you instant manifested, right? I was like, oh, I'm going to make an egg. I made an egg. Oh, I'm going to shower and put on makeup and get ready to make a video. I did all of that, you know? Those are instant manifestations. And then those ones, right? Those are normal, natural, easy for us. But we want to manifest the things that we feel far away from, right? You want to manifest certain things in your life. But you're thinking about them in terms of you have to get somewhere. You got to go somewhere. You got to make it happen, right? Versus, how do I deepen my knowledge and awareness of God? My ability to manifest is within me. The Spirit of God is within me. Everything I could ever want to manifest is already existing within God's consciousness, within God's character. And we have to seek God first. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all else will be added unto you. So whatever your goals are, right? Write them down. Everything you want to manifest in this lifetime, all the things. Write them down. And then be like, God, what do you think about this manifestation? Try to get out of your mind and into God's mind, okay? You can journal, you can talk out loud in prayer, talk out loud to God. God, what do you think about this manifestation? Okay? And so that's something you can do. Journal, exercise, listing out all your desires, everything you want to manifest for yourself and others and the world at large, right? All good things that are aligned with God's highest divine will, to the best of our ability with our current understanding of who God is, okay? It's better to do that than not do anything at all, in my opinion. I feel like it's better, even if we don't know God's will clearly, because God is going to be some sort of a mystery, at all times. But there's so much information. There's so much we can understand about God as well. You see, those two opposing things exist within one wholeness of truth. That yes, God is a mystery, but at the same time, there's so much we can deepen our understanding of God about, So those seem like they're opposites, but they actually exist to create wholeness. At the level of ultimate truth, there is that wholeness. There's those opposing forces that actually create one. Now, when you are manifesting and writing out everything you want and asking God's opinion about it, and listening deeper, right? It helps to still the mind. It helps to meditate. And also, I recommend yoga, because when you're doing yoga, you are getting out of the mind, okay? Weightlifting, of course, is great. Running, I recommend, because running will help get you out of your mind as well. But there's nothing like yoga that really gets you out of your mind. The conceptual, rational mind, right? Even when you're running, you still have to kind of look for cars and things like that, right? I mean, if you're on the road, I guess if you're on a track, it could be easier. But the thing about yoga that's so good is it helps you to literally transcend your physical body and go into your spirit. So there's a lot of Christians who have a different perspective about yoga, where they think it's like worshiping, something other than God and making it an idol and all this. But I disagree, because from my personal experience of yoga, I have only deepened my relationship with God. I have only embodied my spirit more and more. The deeper I go into my yoga practice, the more my consciousness expands, the more awareness I have, the more manifesting power I have. That is becoming more like Jesus all the time. These yogis who are able to levitate, that's like Jesus walking on water, okay? So I don't really know why so many Christians don't believe in the physical asana practice of yoga that helps them connect with God within, because actually yoga means union with God. So yoga is the practice of embodying God more and more, getting to know God on a deeper level, not just through the mind, right? Because I see so many people, they have an understanding of God through the conceptual mind versus a felt embodied experience of God, And we need both. You do need the understanding and the conceptual knowledge of God, and we get a lot of that from the Bible, and we get that from our inner being. But embodying God is coming through getting out of the concepts and into your heart, into your felt sense of your body, your reality, and your breath, right? God breathed his breath in your lungs. So if we're doing yoga and we're breathing, we're getting more connected with our breath. That's connecting with the source of breath, which is God. Anyways, this whole talk is just about coming back to that place within yourself where you don't have to think your reality is any certain way right now. Like, you can be a blank canvas and you can create a whole new world, But if you don't actually go into your pure consciousness, you don't actually go into your spirit, you're going to have trouble deleting the old realities, forgetting about them, and fully embodying the state of the new reality. You want to move into the state of completion around your goal. You want to feel like it's already done in your spirit, in your imagination, and in your feeling body. So that in itself is a manifestation, because a lot of times when we start to imagine a new reality, we set a goal, it feels like we have this resistance to it. And it's the same as going to the gym and lifting weights. You may not be able to lift the best, highest weight, the heaviest weight possible yet, but that doesn't mean you don't start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere. And that doesn't mean you don't face that resistance in the beginning, reaching those weights. Same with manifesting. You start to imagine a new reality and you feel that resistance. It feels like, I feel far away from this. I don't believe this can happen. But guess what? Just starting to imagine it, you are putting it in motion. You are getting it started, right? Like, if you never actually went to the gym and started lifting weights, you would have never reached your maximum weight limit, right? You have to keep going even when it feels like you feel that resistance, okay? You are still making progress even when you feel resistance. You are still making progress with your manifestations even when you feel that you're far away from them. But the even more skillful thing to do is to go inward, sit in meditation, connect with just your pure consciousness, and really look at what is that resistance, It takes stillness, it takes going in and being that observer of yourself. Why do I feel resistance to this? If this is already something within God already has this for me, why do I feel so far away from it, right? What is that about? What am I thinking? What am I talking to myself? What story am I saying that's making me feel far away from that? And then you can also work somatically with yourself. What feeling do I have in relation to this goal? Okay, that sensation that feels like I'm far away from this manifestation, but actually I know this manifestation is already within me somewhere. So then why do I feel so far away from it? So there you could just sit with that feeling. Get to know that sensation. I feel far away from it. What does that feel like? Well, it kind of feels like I'm like going inward on my chest, like a sinking feeling. Okay, good to notice. Breathe into that feeling. Accept it. Let it be. Don't push against it. Allow it to be there. Okay, and so this is doing somatic therapy on yourself. Working with an actual somatic therapist is a great thing to do. I studied psychology with a somatic focus in my undergrad program and Jungian psychology in my grad program. So I have done a lot of somatic work on myself and with my own therapist. And I highly recommend somatic work. I do a little bit of that with my clients, but it's not solely focused on somatic work, of course, because we are manifesting. So if you have a somatic therapist and me as your manifestation coach, then now we're really talking, okay? Now we're really moving fast. The more support you have, the better, you know? The more support you have for your inner world, the better. But we don't grow up learning this. Society doesn't teach us this. You have to be your own best doctor. You have to be your own best, provider and support system. Get yourself the support you need to optimize your life and really thrive, okay? So anyone thinking about working with me, I do highly recommend that you have a therapist or have done some kind of counseling before. And also, if you are currently working with a somatic therapist or any kind of therapist, that will be very helpful. Jungian psychoanalyst, also very helpful. If you are working with me as your manifestation coach in my one-on-one coaching. Now, if you are not able to do my one-on-one coaching, I definitely recommend my memberships. And that's for anyone, and that's definitely a lower cost option that I have available for people. But my one-on-one coaching is very high level manifestation work, and it's very deep. So it is a big investment because it really will change your life forever. And it will change every person in your reality as well. You will impact the people around you a lot simply, applying the teachings within my manifestation coaching programs. You will change your whole world. You will change all the people in it. And you'll have that positive butterfly effect on everyone in your life. So that information, if you're curious about any of my memberships or any of my one-on-one coaching, it's at thebutterflysoullifecoaching.com. I'll leave the link in the comments below. Any of my memberships, my courses, will help you manifest more abundance, money. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, have a client manifesting space. Well, the client manifesting space can be used for anyone with a business of any kind. And I also have a Epic Abundance Mastermind, which has 3 months worth of content on manifesting in your spiritual business or manifesting your business spiritually, basically. And so it's just about all of these programs are about everything I talked to you about today. Manifesting from pure consciousness, okay? So manifesting your business from pure consciousness. Manifesting money from your pure consciousness. This is the most efficient way to manifest. It is the highest level of spiritual intelligence to manifest from, right? Because you're literally going straight to your source, where everything in this world comes from, okay? So anyways, I hope this video has blessed you. I hope it has opened your mind. I hope it has expanded your consciousness around certain things you're manifesting. And I hope and pray that it continues to expand your awareness and expand the abundance that you are receiving into your life. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Go within, do yoga, meditate, and know you can change anything from your pure consciousness.